Okay, today we're dealing with a 95 Seadoo XP. It's an 800cc and the gel coat on it, as you can see, is horrible. Hood's been painted, it's in rough shape, but today we're just going to use some product on the actual gel coat. Let's see how much of a shine we can get out of it. We got to remove the stickers here, we got a heat gun for that. But right now, just capturing what the actual finish looks like before we get started. So you can see, very matte finish. Not nice at all, but there's a lot of nice ones out there, so I think it's just a matter of polishing it up. We're gonna give it a try today. Underneath here you can actually see what it should be looking like in here. It might be hard to pick up on the video, but that's exactly what it's supposed to look like there. So you can see the matte finish underneath. So let's get started. Okay, next is to remove the stickers here. I got my little helper. Oh, Brooklyn, move it back, move it back. I do the scraping. You just heat it up. If a 6-year-old can do this, you definitely can. Okay, back a little bit more, back a little more. We got some of the decals off. This one's being difficult. The bottom one here came off nice and easy. You can see it's still sticky, but we can probably get a lot of that gone with Goo Gone. On top here, I'm having to melt it, go over it again with the heat gun. And then I've got a plastic scraper here. I'm just trying to get underneath it, but you really have to melt it to sort of roll it up. I think this guy's melting a little bit as well, but it is coming up. Takes a few times over, and we should be looking good after that. Okay, so Goo Gone did take off quite a bit of it, but I'm gonna try my buddy's trick here with the actual fuel, usually gasoline, and see if it actually cuts through, which it does. Of course, he's right about the other one too. Goo Gone did seem to take forever, and look at that, it's coming right off of there. Yep. Gas just cuts right through the sort of leftover stuff here, but be careful with it. Obviously, you might go right through your finish, but seems to be working. I'll get this a little more wet and take off the rest of it. The sticker's off here. You can see, it's probably hard to see in the video, but you can see where it's oxidized around them. Obviously, that stopped it from getting oxidized. It's sort of the shiny spots. Might be hard to see in the actual video itself. I'll show you the other side again, underneath the hood, if you can call it that. Try and ignore it because it looks terrible. It's been spray painted black, but we're gonna sandblast that one next. So you can see around here, that's how it's supposed to look. So that's our goal, to make it look like that. So here's the final. Stickers off, we just cleaned it up. We're ready to start and polish, see if we can get that shine back out of it, get the oxidation off. Just to show you what we're using today. We got this gel coat compound. Came suggested from a guy online. He's looked amazing, so I'm hoping we can get the same results. And then there's obviously this guy too. It connects to your drill. A lot of people are using the actual full tilt buffers, which would be better. My brother's got one of those, but I think we can get away with this. For now, it's a pretty small Seadoo, so I don't think we need a huge applicator, so we'll see how that goes. So I ended up switching the end that I was using, just show you guys real quick, to this guy. As you can see though, major results already though. Really happy with that. That's just the nose. And you can see just the shine on it. Much better. It doesn't have any of that matte look anymore. It seems to be working beautifully. It really does bring out a nice shine. Looking forward to taking off the rest of the decals and doing everything else. Okay, so we're back at it today. It's a little windy out, but you guys can see where we're getting to at this point. I've taken off a lot of the stickers. The side bumpers there, I was doing it in the night time here. I was polishing it, trying to get just the bulk of it done. You can see it's made marks on the bumpers, so I would suggest taping those off, which I'm going to do now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about with that, but I'm hoping Armor All or something takes that out. Maybe I can, if I have to, I'll paint them, but that's not ideal. But you can see definitely the top half much better than the bottom half. I'm going to do the bottom half right now, just show you what it's like. There's still some patchy areas. You can see where it's a little bit white, where it hasn't been buffed completely. Just a quick note, guys, if you're using a drill with a chuck on it, that's the clamp that holds the actual buffer wheel on, make sure that it's plastic if you're going to buy one, or if you have a metal one, be very careful. I don't think you could even get by with the metal one because it does just, I was consciously trying to stop it and it just sort of throws the machine into the side, and you get a scenario where you just get it scuffing up against the side. So make a note of that. If you do have a metal one, I suggest putting a bunch of tape around it, maybe your hand, but be very careful with that. That's something that a problem I definitely ran into. So you don't want to leave a big scar in here. That's definitely the opposite of what we're trying to do here. So take a note of that. Okay, guys. Again, I'm using Presta. It's Gelcoat compound, good stuff. Seems to be working good. Cost me about 60 bucks Canadian. Just gonna show you how I'm doing it. Spread it around a bit. Got this guy. Unfortunately, this isn't a variable speed drill. You want to keep it pretty slow or it does burn in. I've had other compounds actually burn into the finish. You don't want that at all. That's a major problem. But if you keep it slow and you don't go too much too fast, you take out all that matte finish. You get that really nice high gloss going on that you want. And of course it has to be sealed with a wax after. Okay, so as you can see, I've taken the tape and actually run it across the edge here. Pretty simple stuff. Just slowly turn it as you put it down. But that'll make it so that when I am polishing, it's not cutting into the actual rubber part, which is where I made the mistake before. You can do another layer, obviously. Just your standard painter's tape that you get from anywhere hardware store. It comes off easy. That's the main thing, and it seems to be working good. Okay, guys, so I don't have a complete final here with everything totally cleaned up and the tape off and all that, but you get a really good feel of what the gel coat looks like. Massive improvement here. You can see the reflection on the side, on the front, everything. So the gel coat's done here, but unfortunately I don't have the decals and all that ready quite yet. I'm going to have custom ones done, so I'll have an updated video here to show you guys all that, but you can see the massive difference here. It just looks so much better. It would have a lot more contrast here with the side and all that, nice and black. Couple notes, the siding there, the rubber stuff, I did get compound on there, but that's not a big deal. I mean, that comes off sort of like your car when you're polishing it, sort of gets stuck on there. That's the main thing. It doesn't really scar it up too bad, that rubber. So that's one thing. If I could do it again, I would tape that off. The rubber, a few things I couldn't do this without. Fuel, like gasoline to actually take the stickers off was huge. And then of course that chuck thing on your drill, you got to watch out for that. That doesn't make a scar. You can see me holding up wax here that I put on after. I was saying I was going to put that on, but I actually went with new finish. There's a bit of debate on whether or not that's actually wax, but you do have to seal it after you do that. So keep that in mind, guys, and good luck.